Hi everyone, and welcome to Teacher Ivan channel, where we cover English grammar unit by unit. In today's lesson, we will be talking about the infamous passive voice. Remember, this is an intermediate level lesson, so if you find it too difficult to understand, make sure to check out some of my elementary level lessons. In this video, we will cover the reasons for using the passive voice and also the structure of it. However, before all of that, in order to understand the passive voice, you will have to understand the difference between a subject and an object in a sentence. Take a look at these sentences, stop the video, and try to find all the subjects and the objects in them. A man bought a car. A car was bought. I hope that you are done, because this wasn't very difficult. Now let's take a look. As you can see, it's the same sentence, but the perspective has changed. The first sentence starts with the subject, i.e., the person who's performing an action. For example, buying a car. Of course, since the man is a subject, the car is an object. It doesn't do any actions, it is in fact affected by an action. Now, we start the second sentence with an object from the first sentence. However, here the car takes the role of a subject. From that, we can conclude that an object of an active sentence becomes a subject of a passive sentence. Okay, now that we know that, let's take a look at some of the reasons for using the passive voice. Take a look at this sentence. Pause the video and try to determine which sentence is active and which one is passive. The builders built the New Yorker Hotel in 1928. The New Yorker Hotel was built in 1928. The first sentence is obviously the active one. We typically use the active sentences when we want to say what the subject did. The second sentence is the passive one. We would use a sentence like that to explain what happened to the subject. The second reason why we tend to use passive can be discovered in the following sentences. I would like you to pause the video and try to brainstorm the reasons. The cat is fed every day. A mistake was made. Okay, I hope you're done. Let's take a look at what these two sentences have in common. We just need to ask two simple questions. The first one is, do we know who did these actions? Like feeding the cat or making a mistake? The answer is no. Is it important to know? Also no. If we wanted to know the doer of the action, we could just add by the owner or by him or something to that extent. The final thing I want to talk about is the structure of the passive voice. Let's go back to the sentences we had from before. I'll give you the active forms and you pause the video and try to transform them into passive. If you can, that is. He feeds the cat every day. A man bought a car. Okay, now let's take a look at what changes we need to make in order to transform these sentences into passive. In the first sentence, we take the object of the sentence and place it at the beginning. There we go. Phew. Now the next thing we need is verb to be. However, we can't just use it like that. We need to change it a bit. We need to know whether to use the present simple form of it, am, is, are, or the past simple form, was or were. Look at the original sentence. find the main verb. It's the verb feeds. Now, this S symbolizes present simple. So we will pick one of these three. Now, the cat is the third person singular, the so-called it, from he, she, it. So we go I am, you are, he, she, it is. And there you go. Now the last step is the verb to feed. We need to put it in past participle form. Now please don't be scared by the fancy name. It's just the third form from the list of irregular verbs that you must have seen at one moment or another. Or if it's a regular verb, just add ed. For this example, it's feed, fed, fed. And there you go. Same thing with the next example, with a slight change. We put the object of the active sentence at the beginning. Now we need to use the verb to be. Look at the main verb in the active sentence. It's bought, which means we have to use the past simple form of verb to be. Either was or were. Now go back to the beginning and look, we have a car. A car can be changed with it. So we go I was, you were, he, she, it was. And now the past participle of bought, which is buy, bought, bought. So we end up using the same verb there. And that's how you do it. And with that, we conclude today's lesson, guys. Congratulations, you survived. I really hope you guys liked it. Of course, don't forget to go to the description part of this video and click on the link that will take you to your homework along with the answer sheet. Thank you very much, guys. For updates, make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, like, share, subscribe, but above all, learn. Bye, guys.